Let me tell you something you already know, but keep avoiding. Your life is not stuck. It's not cursed. It's not unlucky. It's not waiting for the right time. Your life is not moving because you are not moving. And that truth hurts, not because it's cruel, but because it removes every excuse you've been hiding behind. You feel busy. You feel tired. You feel stressed, but you are not progressing. There's a difference between motion and progress. You can spin in circles and still go nowhere, and that's what most people are doing. You wake up, you check your phone, you scroll through other people's lives, you consume motivation, you promise yourself you'll start tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes and looks exactly like yesterday. That is not a cursed life. That is an undisciplined one. You are addicted to comfort, not happiness, not fulfillment. Comfort. Comfort is dangerous because it doesn't feel dangerous. It whispers, relax, you deserve it. You've had a long day. Start next week. Comfort never screams at you. It slowly sedates you. Growth requires friction. Growth requires effort when you don't feel like it. Growth requires doing what is uncomfortable, consistently. But you avoid friction. You avoid hard workouts. You avoid hard conversations. You avoid learning difficult skills. You avoid discipline. So your life remains soft, and soft lives do not expand. You keep waiting for motivation. You think one day you'll wake up feeling powerful, driven, unstoppable. You think you'll feel ready. But motivation is emotional, and emotions are unstable. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel empty. If your life only moves when you feel good, it will barely move at all. The people you admire, they don't wait to feel ready. They move when they are tired. They move when they are bored. They move when it is inconvenient. They move when no one is watching. You don't lack talent. You don't lack potential. You lack discipline. And discipline is doing what must be done, regardless of how you feel. You are distracted, constantly, endlessly. You say you don't have time, but you have hours for scrolling, hours for watching, hours for consuming. You are overstimulated and underdeveloped. You know more than ever, but you execute less than ever. Information has become entertainment. You watch productivity videos instead of being productive. You listen to motivational speeches instead of building momentum. You confuse inspiration with transformation, but inspiration without action is self-deception. Your phone is not the enemy. Your lack of control is. Every hour wasted is a vote for the same life. Every delay is a decision. Every excuse is a confirmation of your current reality. And then you wonder why nothing changes. You don't finish what you start. You start routines. You quit. You start businesses. You quit. You start waking up early. You quit. You start going to the gym. You quit. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a consistency problem. Momentum is built through completion. Every time you quit, you weaken your identity. You teach your brain that you are unreliable. You slowly stop trusting yourself. And when a man stops trusting himself, he stops trying. That is why your life feels frozen. Because you are breaking promises to yourself daily. You fear discomfort more than you fear regret. You fear being judged. You fear looking foolish. You fear failing publicly. But what should terrify you is being in the exact same place 5 years from now. Comfort now leads to regret later. Discomfort now leads to freedom later. Choose your pain, because pain is unavoidable. The pain of discipline, or the pain of staying the same. You lack structure. You wake up without a clear plan. You move through the day reacting instead of directing. You chase random goals. You rely on random bursts of energy. But discipline is structure. Structure creates direction. Direction creates movement. Movement creates progress. Progress builds confidence. Confidence builds identity, and identity shapes destiny. If you do not control your day will control you. If you do not design your life, you will live by default. You are chasing feelings instead of building standards. You want to feel good, you want excitement, you want fast results. But greatness is slow. Greatness is repetitive. Greatness is boring. It is doing the same small, necessary actions over and over again, long after the excitement fades. There is no applause in the beginning, no recognition, no spotlight, just you, alone, doing what must be done. And that is where most people quit, because they need validation. But discipline does not require validation. It requires commitment. You don't have a clear target. You say you want success. What does that mean? You say you want money. How much? You say you want a better life. Define better. If you do not define your destination, you will drift. And drifting feels like movement, but it leads nowhere. Clarity creates focus. Focus creates effort. Effort creates results. Results create momentum. And momentum changes lives. Your environment is influencing you more than you realize. If everyone around you complains, you will complain. If everyone around you avoids effort, you will avoid effort. If everyone around you laughs at ambition, you will shrink your dreams. You become what you tolerate. If you tolerate laziness, you become lazy. If you tolerate excuses, you become an excuse maker. Raise your standards, even if it means walking alone, even if it means being misunderstood, even if it means losing people. Growth requires separation. You say you want change, but you negotiate with discipline. You negotiate your wake-up time. You negotiate your workouts. You negotiate your goals. You negotiate your effort. Stop negotiating. Decide. Not emotionally, not temporarily, permanently. Decide that you will move, regardless of how you feel. Start small. One habit, one promise, one action per day that moves you forward. Build momentum slowly. Protect your focus. Control your mornings. Finish what you start. Track your progress. Eliminate distractions. Raise your standards. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Your life will begin to move the moment you do. Not when you feel confident, not when you feel ready, but when you act despite doubt, when you show up despite resistance, when you continue despite boredom. 1 year of real discipline can transform your reality, but it requires sacrifice. It requires humility. It requires patience. And it requires honesty. You must stop lying to yourself. No more tomorrow. No more half effort. No more blaming circumstances. Take responsibility, even for the parts that are not your fault, because responsibility gives you power, and power creates movement. Your life is waiting on one thing, not luck, not opportunity, not validation, decision. So decide, move, start today. Not loudly, not dramatically, but consistently. And watch what happens when you finally stop standing in your own way. If this message made you uncomfortable, good. Comfort is the problem, and discipline is the solution. Now move. This message isn't easy to hear. Comfort is the problem. Discipline is the solution. Your life won't move until you stop standing in your own way. Start small. Move daily. Finish what you start. Control your environment. Build structure. The moment you act, everything changes. If this hit you, if it made you uncomfortable, then you're still alive inside. This is the discipline code. We don't chase hype. We build strength. We build men who move. Hit the subscribe button and start moving today.